Hey guys, Wendy here, and I'm coming to you from D23. I just got out of the Walt Disney Studios presentation not too long ago, and man, it was like a 2.5 hour panel. There's so many news and exclusive footage that we got to see, and of course, just like the previous video with Disney Plus, I'm going to be sitting down with Dustin, and we'll go over all the little things more in detail. But I wanted to sit down and give you quickly what I am really excited about. And I mean, I really enjoyed the entire panel from beginning to end. I really liked all the titles that they talked about, and I can't wait to see all of them. So let's just start off from the top. They started off with the Star Wars presentation. And also, if you're wondering why I'm looking down, I took a lot of notes, so I will be looking down at my notes so I don't give you guys the wrong information. So the Star Wars presentation starts with Kathleen Kennedy and J.J. Abrams. They come out on stage. Kathleen says this movie is going to be an incredibly good time. J.J. Abrams brings on the cast, and we get to see footage. You can call it a trailer. I'm actually not sure at the time of filming this video if the trailer is out for the public to see. I am not sure because I haven't even really checked my Twitter after we got out, but the trailer looked fantastic. They started off with showing you all the original trilogy to the prequels to episode 7, 8, and of course it loops us into Rise of Skywalker. And it was there was a lot of fantastic scenes. There was a shot of all the the Star Destroyers, of all the X-Wings, Rey and Kylo going head to head with the lightsabers in water, and there was this platform that they're on. It looked so fantastic. But the very last shot they left us with is of Rey in a hood, and she ignites not one but 2 lightsabers, and they are red. And I think they fold because they kind of were like this, and then one of them go like this. So I don't know if, so it's not quite Darth Maul like, and it's not quite like Dooku or Ventress, so it's something a little different. But I am very curious as to what the context of that specific clip is. Does she go dark? Is it just in a dream sequence? I don't know, but man, I screamed. So that was the highlight from the Star Wars presentation. Moving on, let's talk about the MCU. Kevin Feige was out on stage. He brought out Brian Coogler and talked about Black Panther 2. We didn't get a title. We didn't get any other information other than that the movie will be in theaters on May 6, 2022. And then they brought out the Eternals, which the whole cast joins Kevin Feige on stage, including Angelina Jolie. But they also announced that Kit Harington will join the cast as Dane Whitman, and Gemma Chen will be playing Cersei. So very excited about that. They showed us Black Widow as well, but I believe that was the same trailer that we got in San Diego Comic-Con in Hall H. And again, just watching it made me really excited because I really like how raw and just dirty, in a good way, how great that fight scene looked in Black Widow. Next, let's move on to Disney Pictures. They talked about The Jungle Cruise, Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, and of course, Mulan. I will say real quick, I'm going to save all the other stuff for the extended video that Dustin and I are doing, but Mulan, I gotta talk about it because they showed us a whole new footage, and it's an extended scene, and it starts with Mulan being in the matchmaker scene. So she's getting her makeup put on, she's getting put in her dress, she's pouring tea, and the matchmaker's going, these are the qualities we see in Mulan, and you are to serve your husband when you're married, and this and that. Her sister and her mother are watching, and they're like, oh, this is going really well, until a spider enters the scene, and I guess Mulan's sister is afraid of spiders, just like me, and Mulan tries to hide the spider under a teacup, but the matchmaker's like, the teacup must remain in the center of the table. So reluctantly she removes it, the spider comes crawling out, and of course everybody loses their mind, and it is very reminiscent of the scene with the matchmakers in the original animated series. And I just kind of enjoy seeing that bit of comedy and a bit of personality that we see from Mulan. And I like that they kind of switch gears right after that, because the family, obviously the matchmaker is telling them, dishonor on you, dishonor on your family, on your name. Good luck with Mulan, she's never going to get married, blah, blah, blah. And the army marches in and saying that they are going to war, and they need each household to contribute 1 man to the war. And of course, Mulan's family, they have 2 daughters, so it is up to the dad to go to war. But as we know from the story and from the animated, the father's been injured from previous war, we think. He's too old, but you see him limping in to, take the order, and that made Mulan determined to take her father's place. And after that, we kind of set into like trailer mode essentially, and montages of Mulan arriving at the training camp, her kind of showing off like how skilled she is in her martial arts. We got a quick flash of Gong Li, who I believe will be playing some like a fantastical character because she transforms into a falcon. I believe she's going to be playing a witch of some sort, and we just see these epic fight scenes on horses. The landscape is absolutely gorgeous, and I really can't wait to see this because I was just worried that they were going to focus too heavily on the war aspect, and it was going to be a very heavy movie, and everything we liked about the animated, which was like the humor and the lightheartedness, wasn't going to be in there. But it looks like from this footage that we're going to get a really nice balance of both. So I look forward to Mulan being in theaters, and that comes out on March 27, 2020. Let's move on to Pixar. Oh wait, I gotta go back because they also did a quick announcement of Cruella. That film is coming, and it stars Emma Stone as Cruella, and there is actually a picture of Emma Stone as Cruella, which I will put up right now, and she looks stunning, and I love everything about it. I think it's gonna be so fantastic. Let's move on to Pixar. Pixar is announcing 2 films that's coming out, and they're called Onward and Soul. We got to see 8 minutes of Onward, and it stars Chris Pratt and Tom Holland as the 2 elf brothers, Ian and Barley Lightfoot, and they kind of go on this adventure, magical quest to try to complete a spell that will bring their father back for one day, and it just seems hilarious, and you can tell it's going to have a lot of heart, those very heartfelt, tears in your eyes family moments, and a lot of laughter because it is Chris Pratt and Tom Holland together, and already in the 8 minutes they've already sold me. I am ready to purchase a ticket today for Onward. And let's move on to Disney Animation Studios, and they showed off Raya and the Last Dragon and Frozen 2. Now, Raya and the Last Dragon is really, really interesting because it is filled with otherworldly creatures. It is inspired by Southeast Asia, and you guys, we got to see the footage of it, and some of the scenes just look absolutely real. There's a scene of it's just raining on the landscape, water falling down, footsteps in the mud, and it just looked so incredibly real. We have Awkwafina in the cast, and she's going to be voicing Sisu the dragon, and we have Cassandra Steele, who's going to be voicing our heroine, Raya, and I can't wait. Raya is like a badass. She's got training, she can fight, and she's got all these like this like huge weapon that she wields, and I am really, really excited about this. And of course, Frozen 2, I really liked Frozen 1, and I am looking forward to Frozen 2, and this one kind of takes us back to the beginning, not in the sense that it's a prequel, but as to the tales of the 2 sisters, Elsa, and how she has her power and why Anna doesn't have any, and what happened to their parents. So we're going to see a flashback of their parents. We're going to figure out why Elsa is kind of always hearing this sort of like siren, this sound, this voice calling her into the unknown, and she's, facing some self-doubt about her abilities and maybe being the queen, ruling the kingdom, and I just can't wait. They've added Evan Rachel Wood to the cast, as well as Sterling K. Brown to voice Lieutenant, I gotta just find it real quick, Lieutenant Matthias and Queen Aduna, and it was so great to see because also the cast, Kristen Bell and Idina Menzel, Josh Gad, and Jonathan Groff came out to close out the panel, the whole presentation, and they sang live. They sang one of the songs from the movie, and that was really, really fantastic to see. I never thought I would ever see Idina Menzel sing live, being in the same room with her, and I got to see that today. It was such a treat for all the Disney fans, and I'm looking forward to all the projects they have coming up next. So you guys, that's a wrap on this video and a quick highlight of the Walt Disney Pictures presentation at D23. There will be a more in-depth video with me and Dustin talking about, all of it just in greater detail. So look forward to that, and maybe some trailer reactions if they have any trailers for us to react to. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Make sure to follow us on social media, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.